Hello, my name is Mark Evans. This is week 2 of app deployment 2, and this week I'm going to give a status report on Milestone1. And as you can see here, these are my Milestone1 features and different things I wanted to implement this week. Let's see, let's go back here. I have to say, this week with the application, I'm pleased with what I was able to accomplish. Got a lot of things in place. A lot of things aren't quite fully functional yet the way I want them to be, but I was able to get what I said I was going to get done. I did accomplish that. So let's run down what I have for my Milestone1, and I'll tell you a couple of the challenges I had as I go through this. So, implement the search functionality for the search view. So let's see here. If I pull up the search view, let's just pick Star Wars because I know that this works. This API is a little limited, so there might be some issues with that. There's not really a lot of APIs out there, and that's part of the challenges for quotes. There's a few, but nothing with like an online database of sorts. Alright, so if I hit search, it loads the data, and your quote is loaded here. Now, my whole intention was to have a list of quotes from my list view here, but instead I have just one quote that populates when you search, and that's a change that I might have to submit, or it really wasn't spelled out from week 1 of how I was going to do it, but that's probably what's going to happen for this project. This is just going to be one result that you can search for each time, and you'll be able to save from there or share it from here, or it'll open it up in a different view still, whatever I really choose to do. Create the action bar for all views. So if I go to the home view, you can see the action bar is still there. This is actually, these are fragments, so the main activity action bar will be all there. The save view was created, the action bar is still there. Grid view was created. This is all static information. Nothing, the save functionality still isn't created, but I have the grid view set up, and I might still work with what I want this icon to look like for when you save. I'm going to work on that. The home view, this generates a random quote each time this fragment's called, so the user can stay intrigued every time, going through the application. It isn't just going to be a daily thing. It's every time, every time you leave the page and come back, it'll load a new quote. The single quote view is the home view, so that might need to be tweaked in my design doc or my RFP, but like I said, the whole intent here is when you click on the save thing, it'll open up this same view. Same with the search view. If you click on it, I want it to open up like this type view, or I'm going to tweak this around to where maybe it won't be where I click it and it opens up that view. It'll just it'll just show like a text view like this. And from each of these views, I want to be able to save it, and then it be saved to the grid view here. Same thing if I'm back to a quote. I want to be able to share it to Facebook, Twitter, or email. My contextual overflow here, you can search using that if you get lost in the application, or you can still use the the tab bar, whichever you choose to do. I built the API out. I actually have 2 different APIs I was messing with. The first API was an XML one, which is not being used right now because I used too many requests today, so I was getting a null response because I exceeded my allowable request. So I'm using a JSON API that gives me similar features, but it's not as good as the database that limits me. So still trying to configure how I'm going to do this, if I'm going to do something static, or if I'm going to tie in, maybe just I have an API just for the random quote of the day, but for the search functionality, maybe I'll have some like saved JSON or some type of large document that's locally stored, and be able to access a database from there. That's something that I'm probably going to work out for next week. But as you can see, I kind of hit on all the things I said I was going to do for week 1, and I think I went a little beyond. Especially, I loaded a lot of graphics that I wanted to get done, a lot of different features here, and I also created a brand and a logo. So when you load up, it loads up a new quote each time. So let's go back here, see what I'm missing. Like I said, save features not working just yet. The grid view isn't fully dynamic and working the way I want it to. I'd say by next week I should have a lot of the functionality done, and by week 4 I should be able to tie everything I want to together, graphics and all. So will I get it done on time? I think so. I think I'm going to get it done on time. I got to do some tweaking to the design doc, and the only change request that I will formally be submitting is what I'm going to do with the search view, and that's going to be limited to what can be done and what APIs are available, or how I'm going to do it. I might, before I put this request in, I want to talk to the client and run some thoughts off of them and see what they think. So I believe I can get this done during the hangout, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the state of my application for the time being. I have all my my files here running in Eclipse. I'll have all that on GitHub for you all to see, and I'll share my link on the assignment post. Alright, that's it. Take care. Bye.